Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be building a simple translator using Python and tkinter. So let's begin. First, if you're using VS Code, you must create a virtual environment for your project. So what you're gonna run this command on your terminal. So that's gonna be py-m venv and then env. Env is the name of the env file. So this env, you can name it anything you want. So you can do main, just any name that you want. So but what I name mine is env. So after that, I already created a virtual environment for my program. So next you're gonna have to pip install Google Trans. So it has to be this version. So it will be version 3.1.0 a and then 0. So run this command as it is. So you can pause the video and then now copy correctly this command, because if you go wrong here, it's not going to run because the first Google Trans had some issues. So this is the package that we're going to be using for the translation. So let's begin. So first we're going to import tkinter. So from tkinter, let's import. For now we're going to import everything, and then after we have already coded, we can just write the widgets that we are using. So that's basically what I do. I first import everything, and then now after I've already written my program, I see what widget I've used, and then I now write them here, because importing everything in tkinter is not a good practice. So keep that in mind. So and then now let's import Google Trans. So if you've already installed it, we can now import it. So from Google Trans, let's import translator. So next, let's do from tkinter again. From tkinter, let's import ttk. So ttk, it's another widget in tkinter. So from tkinter dot message box, let's import show error, just like that. And then now let's import. We're also going to be needing the threading library. So threading comes pre-installed with Python, so you don't need to pip install anything. So now let's create a class. So our class name would be translated. So this is just a name I've given it. You can change it for your application. So now let's initialize our class. So we'll do init. So that's underscore, and then again underscore, and then now let's pass the self, and then master, just like that. Now let's do self dot master equals master. And then now let's create our window, define main, just like that. And then it will be root equals tk. And then now let's pass our class into our window. Hope you understand. So it will be UE equals translated. And then now let's pass root, just like that. Then now let's do our geometry. So this will be the size of our window, root geometry, just like that. And then a comma. So it will be 100. 100 will be our width. Yeah, 100 will be our width. And then times 500, which will be our height. and then plus 200, that will be the position. So we are positioning on our screen, on our window. So we want something centered, something that looks good to the user. So by 100, and then now let's do root dot main loop, just like that. So now let's do if underscore underscore name equal, and then quotations, and then main underscore underscore, just like that. And then now let's pass main, just like that. Now if you've already done everything correctly, when you run this, you'll see a small window. So this will be the application once you are done. So let me just show you a preview. So this will be our application. So you can choose the language that you want to translate to. So as for me, I really love some Spanish. So let's find Spanish, just like that. Now let's say hello, and then now let's click on translate. So this will be the end result of our application. As for now, you'll have created this, so we can also clear the words that are on our text fields. So now let's close that. That will be the end result for the application. Hope you understand that. Then now this is what we have created as of now. So let's let it run. Yeah, as you can see, the window has nothing. So if you've done the steps correctly, you'll have created something like this. So that's what we have as of now. But our end result will be way more better. So self.master.title. So this is just the title for our window. So that will be translator, just like that. So now let's create a label. Label. So this will be our main label. So label translate equals. Now let's pass the widget that we're gonna be using. That's label. So self dot master. See a typo right there, just like that. Then now let's use text equals translator. Let's do a font. So the font for our label equals Helvetica. So that will be Helvetica. The size will be 20, and then want it to be bold. So the background, we're gonna set a BG. So BG will be black, and then the foreground, we're gonna set it to white. So it's white, just like that. So let's change that. I'm mixing some quotations, just like that. Now let's place it let's pack it on our window. So self dot, and then the name, label translate dot pack. So what side we want to set it, so that will be top. So we have top, bottom, and then right and left. And then now let's fill both, just like that. So now when you run, you'll see a window with our, so this was our title here that we created, and then now we have translator right here. So I think we'll want this to be uppercase, just like that. So next we're gonna be creating the drop downs, the drop down menus. On no, next is gonna be the label. So the next label, which will be choose language. So self dot label choose language equals label, then it'll be self the master will do a width of 40, and then we'll do a text equals, so our text will be choose language, just like that. Let me change this. Yep, just like that. And don't forget our the commas, please. So we'll also do a font. Our font will be will for this one will also be Helvetica, and then we'll do 15 bold, and then a height. Yeah, 15 bold. So let's go to the next line right here, because it's stretching more to the right. So now let's put the bg equals, we'll also do a black right here. So our theme for the application is black and white, so I think it looks good like that, but you can change it. It's up to you. When you're creating this application, now you're making it your own, so you may want to do it as you want. So here will be white and then black. So I don't want our quotations to be mixed up, so like that. So now let's pack it on, let's place it on our window. So we have different ways to place the widgets on our window. So we have the pack method, we have the grid method, and then we also have the place method. So for the application, I'll be using pack and place. So label, so let me just copy this name right here, then place it here, dot place. So x will be 520, so that's where it will be on our window. 260, and then y equals 41. Let's run that and see. So as you can see here, we have choose language just below the translate label. So now let's do our text fields. So these are our text fields. So somewhere where we can enter words, this one right here, and then now we'll after that we'll do the drop downs. This one's here where you can choose. the language of your choice that you want to be translated to. So let's close that one, and then now let's continue. So it will be self.text entered equals text, then self.master. Let's do a width of 40. Font will be italic. (14) bold. We'll set a height for our text field, so that will be 15. So as you can see, we are using the text widget in tkinter. Sorry for that. Self.text entered dot place. So where do we want it on our window? So that will be on our x-axis of 40, and then on our y-axis of 110. So and then now let's do self.text translated equals text self.master. Let's do a width of 40 also. So basically these two are just the same. So let me just copy this, no need of writing all that code, just like that. And then I will copy our variable name below here, just like that. Dot place. Now let's place it on the window. X will be 250 and Y will be 110, just like that. Now let's run it and see. So something we have, 520. That's 520. I wrote 250. Let's run it. As you can see, our application is coming along well. So we already now have our text boxes right here, but the application does not have any functionality. So we are, as for now, we are just placing this on our window. So we'll get to the functionality very soon. So now let's do our combo boxes. Default equals string variable so value equal default dot get. So we are doing this, guys, so that on our combo box these values don't get lost, the ones that will be on our combo box. So let's say we'll be using we'll create a tuple for all the languages. So this is because we want to see those languages. If we don't do this, the combo box will show us the languages. So let me just show you. So let's create our combo box. So self.choose language. So it's ttk dot combo box. I really confuse combo boxes with drop down sometimes, so forgive me for that. I know I told you at first that they were it will be a drop down, but it's a combo box. So width will be 20. The text variable will be keep value. Text variable equals keep let's rename that variable right there. Then now let's put it here. And we want the variable name just like that. So we'll set the state for our combo box will just be read only, and then now let's do the font. So now let's just put it down there like that. Readability, Vedana, we'll do 10, just bold. So now let's insert all our values. So I'll leave a link below for the GitHub, for the source code on GitHub. So if you get lost on any part, so just go and recheck the code on GitHub. So here we'll pass values, then here it will be equals, and then now the tuple for all the languages. So now let's get all the languages. So this one I'll just have to copy paste, because writing all the languages for the application, there are just so many. So and then just like that. So now we have all our languages that we can translate English to, or from that language to English. So and then it will be self dot choose language dot place. Now let's place it on our window. So it will be 610, and then for y will be 80, just like that. So now let's set the value that we want to see first on our window, on our combo box. So self dot choose language current. So now we'll set it to the index. So index English is here, it's number 19 right here on our tuple. So we'll be going through, we'll get the English and then we'll place it on our combo box. Let me run this and then you'll see what I mean. Right here, as you can see, so we can choose any number. So we can do, let's say 10. So that will put another language, as you can see, Catalan. So that's just that index just changes the number, but because we want our default to be this is setting the default value of that of our language, so that will be 19. Will be 19, which will be English. So next we're gonna create the other combo box. So which will be, let's do it right now. So we'll just do it like the first one. So let's get all of these values right here. Control C. Then let's do val just like that. We'll just change the variable name for our string. So variable equal val, just like that. Self dot defaults. Then now let's do values. So for this one, you can add as much languages as you want, but as for now, we're gonna I just inserted English, so you can add languages to it. So it's up to your creativity, guys. So self dot defaults dot place. X equals 190, and then Y equals to 80. Self dot defaults dot current so that will be 0, just like that. Now let's run that and see. So see, cannot assign a function call. Oh, just like that. Now let's run that. I think that should be okay. Oh, so this should be defaults, just like that. Let's run that. Oh, defaults. Sometimes typos can can make you have gray hair, guys. Just like that. So we now have our combo boxes like we want. So now let's write the functionality and then now the buttons. So we'll do define clear. So this will be to clear our boxes, our text boxes. So that will be self dot text entered dot delete So it will be from index 1.0 to the end, just like that. Then text self.text translated. So now let's copy that. Text translated dot delete, also 1.0 to the end. So this will, that this end is uppercase, so this will help us delete all, to clear all the text that is, and then now we can write new text. So now let's do our main function. This will be a main. So we want to first to create a variable translated equals translate translator, and then now let's do define get and translate. So that's just the name of my function. So we'll do a try, and then now let's do languages. Let's create a variable known as languages. Let's get the values from our combo box. So the one that has a lot of languages, so that will be self dot choose language dot get, then entered text equals self dot, that will be text entered dot get, then that will be 1.0 to the end. Translations, another variable, translations equals translated. So now we get this variable right here. So now this is the part that we're translating now, the language. So just like that, translated dot translate, and then now we pass this enter text here, and then now we pass the destination. So the destination now will be this variable right here, the language. So the language that we want to translate to. So here we are getting the enter text. So let's say he has written English text. So now the destination is the language. So let's say Spanish that they want to translate to. So I think that tells it. So and then now we want to we want to do it like we did it up here. Control C. So we don't want each time we translate another word, the last word is there. So we'll delete it. And then now we'll do self dot text translated dot insert, and then it will be translated translations dot text dot title. So this title is just a method of Python. If you have been using Python, you know it. So it's just a method that makes the word start with an uppercase. except, just like there, show error, so that will be error, and then try again. So now this is where we're gonna be using the message library in tkinter. Try again. So now let's thread our function. So tkinter it sometimes freezes, so that's why we need it's single threaded. So that's where we'll be needing our thread library. So threaded, just create a function known as threaded, and then now let's do rounds equals threading dot thread, and then we'll do our target will be the function, our main function right here, target equals get and translate runs dot start. So now let's create our buttons. So this is our clear and our translate button. So self dot button translate equals button, and then that will be self dot master, let's do a text equals translate, and then the border width, so BD means border width, and then it will be 3. So we'll do a BG of black and a foreground of white, and then we'll do a width of 10, our width will be 10. We'll also do a font, so we'll do a tuple, so that will be Helvetica, and then we'll do 15. So because our buttons will be the same size, so let me just copy this. So it's simply just the same code. You don't need to change anything. You can just copy paste, then backspace that one, translate, and then this will be clear. Button clear, just like that. So now let's place them on our window. So guys, we are coming to we are nearing to complete the application. Dot place x equals 350, and then we'll do a y of 450 equals 450. So for our button clear, so we'll do the same. We'll just copy the variable name right here, dot placing it on our window. So x equals 530, and then y axis equals 450, just like that. Now I think we are done, so that will be the error. Now let's run it first, and then I will assign the command. Boom. So this clearly looks like our first application, but now the buttons don't still work, so we have to add something to our buttons. So guys, see what you have created as of now. So now let's add here. Let's do comma command equals, now this will be for our running our functions. So for button translate, we'll run here threaded, and then command equals, then here we'll just run our clear function, just like that, just like that. Now our functions are ready, and they are waiting for us to are ready to be, we are ready now to use our button. So now let's say hello. So now let's see that in Spanish. Let's choose the language that we want to translate to. So it can be German. Let's try German. Translate hello. As you can see, it's been translated to German. So now let's do good morning. Good morning in German. Let's translate Guten Morgen. So guys, you have a translating application using Python and tkinter. So hope you subscribe, hit that bell icon, and like the video. So see you on the next video. Thank you.